Serena. Hey, Len. Each week, our team crowdsources some of the most interesting things we've found across every corner of the internet, adding a little insight from our respective roles in creative, research, insights, strategy, planning, and digital work. As curious thinkers, we like to go the extra mile by capturing our perspectives on one of the week's most interesting topics, and we call it the drop. So let's drop into the conversation today. What is going on in the world? Mercury is in retrograde. We have been talking about social media, the demise of social media, what's going on with Instagram and BuzzFeed News. There's been a lot that we've been discussing, but this article from the New York Times summarized what's happening so well. We have all kind of spontaneously discovered that short form videos from strangers are simply more compelling than posts and messages from our friends. The notion that we don't use social media like it was created. And the outcome of that is that our feeds are built for engagement and a popularity contest. We want to call it what it is. So it's no longer about staying up to date with what our friends are doing. It's for entertainment. If you look at TikTok, ultimately, these companies are monetizing off of that. So ultimately, I'm tired. My millennial friends are tired of using traditional social media less and less, right? We see Facebook not being used the way that it was created for. And I think that we can choose to leave in authenticity and search for something that makes us happy. And for me right now, it's TikTok. But I think for brands, I think it's a reminder that you need to show up authentic. You need to work with micro influencers who actually care about you and their audience and not just in it to make money. BuzzFeed News just announced that they're shutting down. And I went on TikTok today to learn why. And it seems like a lot of their creators, the people that drew inspiration and the things that people loved about BuzzFeed News left or got laid off. So that's kind of my take. Len, what do you think?
I mean, it's fascinating because what is the relationship between media and social media? BuzzFeed as an entity was like internet content designed for the media or for the social media. And I think as they turned into a news organization, and they had a serious news organization there, they're still trying to do harder news built for social media. And so social media changes, that means that what they want from news changes. I mean, is news shared that much on social? Maybe Twitter, but definitely not TikTok. TikTok is commentary. So you don't need to have that news background. So there's definitely something happening both with media and social media, and they certainly have a lot to do with one another, especially as advertisers try to figure out where to spend their dollars. If you can reach some micro influencers and they hit your audience exactly in the sweet spot, then hell, why do a big old advertising push? I think there's probably really good reasons to do a big old advertising push, especially one that goes through traditional media. But there's an argument that they're still trying to figure out what looks optimal. Regardless, I mean, budget will be spread. So we have not reached equilibrium yet. Social media is changing. I expect that to have an influence on traditional media as well. And as long as all our Tauruses remain in Gatorade, who knows where things will land. So interesting world, more to come. And maybe it'll never stop changing. I think that's the best of all possible worlds.
Yeah, going off the media portion, I think the traditional media knows that they need to be on social media to survive as a publication, because that is the way that everyone is consuming digital news these days, especially the younger generations like Gen Z. In terms of influencers, in my perspective, I would say that following influencers and seeing broad content on your algorithm gives you almost the same benefits as traveling. They're obviously not the same, but by that I mean in the way that if you're only connected with your friends and family, you're kind of in a sheltered bubble where you only know what they know and vice versa. When you're following influencers and seeing like content that's very broad and general from strangers, you're kind of opening up your mind, you're learning new things, you're seeing how other people live. And I think that's very enriching and educational. And I think also that you kind of have to take social media and influencers with a grain of salt. I think right now that's just our form of entertainment, just the same way we are all very addicted to cable TV at some point. And I think social media in this way is a lot more positive because we're able to use this blank canvas to share photos, create reels on what we're doing, what we're seeing, and just be creative and be able to share our perspectives of life with strangers and other people that go beyond just our inner circle of friends and family.
100%. It's really insightful. I love to learn things on social media and be entertained. So those are my two favorite things.
Learning to survive Mercury retrograde.
Exactly. Oh man. Well, I hope that all the things happening in the planets give you a wonderful Friday. When you just keep nodding your head yes or no. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care.